Good.
Yes.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to City Park Council meeting. Meeting's been called to order. Will you do the invocation for us, Mr. Chapel? Everybody, please stand.
Oh Lord, bless this council that we make the right decisions tonight on what's on the agenda. And bless our firefighters and our police officers that they will be safe in harm's way. I ask this in your name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Be seated. So we got here. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Yes. Ms. Barrow? Here. Ms. Botiford? Here. Mr. Chappell?
Here.
Mr. Haney? Mayor Kelly?
Here, thank you. Now, as with, like we do every week, if there's anybody in the audience that would like to come to the podium, please state your name and your address and tell us what it is you'd like to talk about. Go ahead.
Marie Morris, 129 North Lakeland Drive. So every time when I come to these meetings, I walk past this oil container. I called them a couple of times. It's seeping. It's starting to stink. So maybe somebody here can get them to do something because they don't call me back.
Have you opened the door and looked in there?
I don't know. I've seen it come out around the concrete. So
Okay,
that tells me something's overflowing.
we'll take care of it. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, sir, please come to the podium.
Brandon, 1034 Brandon Place. As the mayor said, he's got us on the agenda for the next meeting, and this is in reference to non-conforming grandfathered properties that went into a change of ownership, that they're not transferable. When this all went on during all the meetings, there was nobody here that represented us or our properties when this change went on. If it would have been, probably half a dozen of us would have been here to voice our opinion how you can make our non-conforming not be sellable. We've lost value in our property. How can I sell a duplex? 1955 is when it was built. It's red brick, all new thermal pane windows, new standing seam roof. The only other one is a fourplex down the street from me that was built in 1957, and the Walshes have two duplexes that were built in the mid-70s. Now, how could anybody that lives in Parker drive through there and after all these years not notice there's a fourplex, a duplex, and two duplexes in this street, in this city, and not let us know that they're about to be terminated? It's a major financial loss for us to have a property. I've got 5 houses and 8 tracts of land in this city. I'm vested. The Walshes are vested. They have stuff down near the park. It doesn't make sense that this would have gone in there. And then we've been told that we can maybe address this as a variance on these properties. But these properties shouldn't be variance. They don't even fit in the criteria of a variance. A variance is about a structure you're adding something to. Not a variance is not something, a legal term that you would go in and have a non-conforming piece of real estate variance that can exist. So what I'm saying is if we have to do a variance on these, each individual has to come up separately to do their own variance and jump through a bunch of hoops, and neighbors get to vote on it when it should, that term, change of ownership, should have never been in here. I come to a lot of meetings, even in 22, and never was aware of this.
Ask you a question. Let's say tomorrow I bought a duplex in Parker,
Correct.
and I didn't want it to be a duplex anymore. I wanted it to be one home.
Correct.
Would you stop me from doing that?
No.
I could go ahead and make it
Because
a
code says
single
you can
family.
do that.
Right.
Code says you can take a multi-family and make it into a single family.
Right, right.
It's not an issue,
So,
and that's what that last lady did. She converted hers
So,
to a single family and
Okay.
then wanted to put it back as a duplex,
So-
which you can't.
okay. So if I bought a duplex or fourplex or whatever, and let's say I bought it because it was on the water specifically, That would be why I would buy it. Hold the time, please. Could I move it to a single-family dwelling?
Yes, and that's what Parker wants.
Okay.
They want anything that's.
Gary, let me get a chance to
Okay,
finish, brother.
all right. Sorry.
You read the state law on it. What did the state law say?
The state law stipulates on non-conforming properties, Florida state law, that it can maintain as a non-conforming piece of property, which is called grandfathers. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
layman term.
Okay.
The only thing that makes these not be conforming anymore, they stipulate about three things, criterias.
Right.
You can't enlarge it. If a hurricane hits it or something that's damaged more than 51%,
Percent.
it has to go back as single family.
Okay.
But they have a criteria of damages, and if it's abandoned under renovation or
Okay.
abandoned more than 180 days, they can make that non-conforming conform, and none of our properties
Okay.
fit in any of that.
So
The state does not control zonings. They don't control whether you make this decision on non-conforming being not transferable.
okay.
I've called and looked up state, and the state has no ruling on this. I was
Okay.
told before that this is about by the state, but the state does not regulate what the county and the city does.
Okay.
in their
All right.
zones.
All right. So I buy
Somebody just threw
I
that-
buy a duplex,
Right?
and I decide I'm going to make it a one single-family dwelling.
Correct.
What stops me from deciding I'm going to make it a triplex or a fourplex in the future?
Because of the zoning laws right now that are on hand.
Okay, so what you're saying is I could make it a single-family dwelling, but I would not be able to go back the other way. Is that what you're
Correct.
saying?
You can't, once you've converted it, then that's what it is forever.
Okay. And you found that under state law?
Yes.
Okay.
In other words, if you convert it to a single family, then it fits under the
Okay,
the
all right.
governing rule that it's a single family home.
Okay.
And then it's just like anybody in the city that wants to make a multi-family home in an R1.
Right.
You can't do it.
Right, okay.
And
So in 14 days, or no, in 3 weeks, you're going to come back and you're going to present to us what you're going to present. Any documentation you may have before then, could we have that?
Absolutely.
So that we are more versed in what you're saying, because I may buy a duplex to rent. I don't know. I haven't bought one yet, but I might. If I decided that I wanted to put it as a single-family dwelling, I want to see the papers where it says I can legally do that, and that I'm legally bound to keep it that way.
Okay, because see, the zoning already is R1. So if you had a duplex that was in R1 and you wanted to make it R1, you really wouldn't have to do much, but just convert it.
Okay.
And then it'd be permanently R1
Okay,
from now on.
okay,
Now, the reason this phrase was put in here, change of ownership, that it can't be transferred, which means if I sell my duplex, I can't sell it to an investor. What can I do with it? It's a duplex. I can't do anything with it. It's lost its
so as
value.
it stands right now, you're telling me I couldn't buy that duplex we're talking about,
You could, but as soon as you.
but I couldn't convert it to a single-family
No,
dwelling?
The issue is if you bought it, the day you bought it, it could not be a duplex anymore. You would have a duplex
Okay.
that you couldn't rent as a duplex.
Okay.
It would be
I see what you're saying.
non-existent, so it'd lose its value because you got a house.
So to advertise it, would you advertise it as a duplex or a single-family dwelling?
I can't right now because it would be misinterpreting, letting people give them bad information.
Okay, I
about
understand.
real estate.
I understand.
I bought and sold property 35 years, and I always disclose everything.
Everything, yeah.
You can. If you try to sell somebody something that's a duplex,
Yeah, yeah.
they buy it and they find out they can't rent it as a
Right.
duplex, they got legal.
Recourse for you.
Come back,
Okay.
but then you do have buyer beware.
So would you do me a favor, please, as I said a minute ago, make a copy of everything you've been able to find? Because I'd like to read the subject matter before I look at it.
It's only that I know of 3 multifamilies in Donaldson.
But we want to make sure we do it
There's
right.
probably other ones, but those are the only ones that I know. And
But
the
we want to make
taxes-
sure we do it right, brother. And we do.
Oh, I know that, and that's why I'm here to just try to see if we can get this corrected. You know,
I'm not in a position where I'm willing to vote on nothing right now.
okay.
Not until I've had a chance to read it.
Will you give your vote to one of my monkeys?
Yeah, if it comes with a monkey, yeah.
Anyway.
Thank you,
for
Mr.
your
Brandon.
time.
shouldn't we get Mr. Riga and the rest of the planning council in to discuss that, be brought to them and let them discuss it?
It's a land use issue, so
I
it
mean,
should go
that
through
should be
the-
where it should go first and then come to us.
Well, the planning council's for planning, and what are we planning to do? We're not talking about today. I mean, we're gonna wait till I've had a chance to see what this is. I don't make decisions for me. I'm not making any decisions until I've read the documents and I've had legal advice.
And I don't understand why the few multifamily non-compliance, there's 3 of them, you know, they can come in and cite you because your grass is too high or you got a fence that needs repair, but 3 places in Donaldson, while they weren't brought aware of this changing where we couldn't sell our properties.
Right.
My property I could convert to a single family probably without jumping through major financial hoops.
Right.
The Walshes can't, they've got 2 duplexes side by side, that's not an easy conversion.
But most people buy a duplex to rent, don't they?
Yeah.
Live in one side, rent both of them, you know.
And I think I was told by
Yeah.
the city council that 60% of the properties in Parma are rentals or investment properties.
I've heard that before. I don't know that to be a fact.
Yeah,
I don't know that to be a fact, but I've heard that.
but anyway, thank you for your time.
You're welcome, sir.
Play ball.
Okay, thank you. Sir, go ahead.
Chuck Walsh, 6505 Oak Shore Drive.
Yes, sir.
And we live almost immediately adjacent to Earl Gilbert Park.
Yes, sir.
And all the remodeling all down there just worked out wonderfully. It's extremely popular down there. I mean,
Yeah.
I think they've even got a ladies diving thing going on this weekend down there. I mean, there's all kinds of activity down there. But one thing I notice is with all the people down there, the speed limit is 20, the posted speed limit is 25 inside the confines of the park. I did a little research on that, and the average is 15 miles an hour in a city park. So I just feel like, it's kind of a hazardous situation because there's kids running all over the place, people launching boats, people doing this and that.
So you've got one person ahead of you that we're working on right now. We have a device we place on the side of the road, and it records the traffic. And when we get through with this location we're doing now, I'll have them put it on your street. And that way I don't spend the money for speed bumps if there's not an actual situation, you know?
Well, they do have some posted signs that say 25.
Right.
And I mean, if a posted speed limit is 25, most people are gonna drive a little bit over that.
Right.
I don't know what the legal limit really is, but
Right.
you only can. So it's not unusual to see people driving 35, 40 miles. an hour.
Right, that's pretty fast
That's
down
the
there.
inside of the park.
40's
It's a
pretty
dead-end
fast.
road with a boat launching.
Right.
You know,
Very fast, 40 down there.
And it gets real busy down there on weekends.
Yeah, it does.
So
Yeah, it
I
does.
thought I'd bring that up. And on the issue that Mr. Brandon's talking about, we're gonna be in Ireland. We're gonna be in Ireland the time of your next meeting. So
Yeah, but that's okay. We'll wait. This is going to take me a minute, the council a minute to do all the research. Everybody's taking their vacations. People on the planning council are actually taking vacation. I got to ask for legal rulings from folks, bring it back to the council. We may have to have a workshop, don't know. But there's lots of things to consider. Let's say, let's just for argument's sake, we say today that all of the duplexes in Parker, triplexes, fourplexes, are compliant for resale for the next 100 years, but you can't build any more. I mean, that's something that I'm going to have advice on, that I couldn't even dream to consider that for the city council unless we have some legal guidance first. So there's no great rush. I mean, we got time. I can assure you, Gary ain't gonna let me go too fast on this.
Right, this is just the start of getting it looked at.
I'm buying a boat from a real estate attorney in South Walton, and he told me that, he deals that kind of stuff a lot.
Yeah.
He said that he'd be glad to write a letter or whatever and all, with, what the established stuff is on that, so.
Enjoy your trip to Ireland. By the time you come home, we may have it resolved.
That'd be nice.
Okay, sir.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Anybody? Nobody? Okay. Approval of the minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
I have a correction,
Okay.
page 2. This
discussion by items by commissioners. It says Councilman Haney inquired about the speed machine being put in place at Earl Gilbert Park. I did not inquire about that. I inquired about the speed limit being dropped 10 miles per hour at the park.
Okay.
And I'm not sure where this came from, but
Did you hear what he just said?
I heard
Is-
part of it.
Yeah, he had asked in the last council meeting that we reduce the speed limit at Earl Gilbert Park.
Okay.
The situation stays the same. We're working on one right now. Once the police get through with that, we'll move the machine over and
the
who
machine can be there or not, but I think we still need to reduce that speed limit in that park at least by 10 miles per hour, if not 15 miles per hour. 'Cause
well, what about the other people in there that may not agree?
Well, they could just slow down and be happy. I'd rather be somebody getting disgruntled because they got to slow down instead of a kid getting run over.
Exactly, that's what I'm concerned.
And slow down.
Why don't we reduce the speed limit across the city?
It's already 35.
Drop it to 25. I mean, that's the same thing. We're not,
That's in a park. That's a little different throughout the city.
Walking to them.
That's in a recreational park. It should be slowed down, my feeling.
Okay, so what was it, can you correct that in a minute?
I'll let Ms. Bundy know.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
Definitely.
Anything else, sir?
No, sir.
Okay, with the exception of that one correction that the clerk will do we have
I make a motion that we accept them with the correction.
accepted with a correction? We have a second?
Second.
We got a first and a second. You call the roll?
Yes. Ms. Barrow?
Yes.
Ms. Botiford?
Yes.
Mr. Chappell?
Yes.
Mr. Haney?
Yes.
Mayor Kelly?
Yes. Mr. Summerlin, sir, you have the floor for your annual NEPDES discussion.
Yes, sir. This is our annual NetDes discussion on NPDS, which is National Pollutant Discharge. Basically, this is just an informal discussion to let everyone know that City of Parker is doing the best we can do to keep drains clean, monitoring the stormwater runoff. We have programs like Adopt a Drain that people can call and sign up to adopt their drains. We have a recycling on the website. We have an annual cleanup day coming Saturday, October 11th. We basically will ask everyone to try to clean up their yards, clean the drains and areas for the runoff that goes to the ditches and the culverts, and then we'll pick up all that the following week and calculate the increased tonnage for that week so we can report that. We have a phone number for illegal dumping. If you see someone dumping paint, kitty litter, we have a very, very big problem with people dumping their cat litter in the storm drains. It's a very big problem, and also people washing out paint, a lot of paint in the storm drains. And then we have a list of discharges and everything that tells people what to wash out for their brass clippings, household cleaners, paints, pesticides, solvents, stuff like that, that they think it's okay to wash. It's okay to wash those items in your yard, just don't wash them down the driveway or down the roads because they do go to our bays. We've teamed up with an organization called St. St. Joseph Bay Estuary Program. They got a grant for some litter traps, and we're a part of that now. We've installed 11 litter traps in the city, and basically what this is we've removed the storm grate. They put a big old plastic shield inside the storm drain box, and then it has a catch basket in the middle of it. And then every quarter, FSU and us go out and we pull open the grates. They take the debris that they're catching in those, and they're weighing it right now to try to track how functional these litter traps are. So like I said, we have 11 of them out in the city right now. We put them in all over the city just to see what it is, but it's a pretty good thing. Hopefully they're going to get a grant to get more, but it also catches a lot of the leaves and the runoff and stuff. So it's pretty neat. You can actually Google it. It's on YouTube. You can actually Google litter trap and see exactly what it is. But that's basically it. Like I said, we've done a lot of stormwater improvements here in the last couple months. We've fixed a lot of head walls and mitered ends and some failing drain pipes. And I believe the retention pond and the retention areas are working. So we're going to find out here in the next 3 days how good this rainfall does.
Yep. Thank you, Mr. Summerlin.
Did the rain stoppers work? They just stop the rain from going into sewers. The litter traps are a whole different.
Yeah, litter traps are catching debris in the drain boxes.
Right.
So like if someone goes over there and pours a whole bunch of kitty litter in there, that litter trap's gonna catch it all.
Oh, so it's not the manholes that you're
No.
putting these, okay, this is
No,
actually
these are
the
actually
grates.
drain boxes.
This
Like I
is
said,
one
if you
of the grates.
Google it, litter trap, it's basically a big old black shield that goes in there and then it slides everything to the center.
Hmm.
And then there's a basket, you go in there and you pull it out, and they can shake that basket out and it catches everything in that basket.
And when those get stopped up, it's flooding back.
Yeah, but we know where those
Dump
11
them.
are, so we're monitoring those after every rain event just to make sure they're, we just had them emptied out 2 weeks ago. So the guys know exactly where those are, so we're keeping an eye on them, to make sure that they don't get clogged up.
I see. Thank you.
Mr. Summerlin, thank you for your report. I got one other thing. How many traffic speed signs are there in the, is it the, on Oak Shore Drive you're referring to?
I believe there's
Yes.
only 2.
There's 2? Are they both 25s or 35s?
25.
Whatever. Do we need to vote? I don't think we need to vote to change them to the speed, to reduce the speed, do we, on a sign?
Well, if you're gonna do it on a specific location, yes, sir, I would recommend that.
You have to, I would say you have to take a vote and make it a council action.
Yeah.
Because if there is any accident or anything down there.
Okay,
then the
so
police department's gonna be
I can't make a motion, but if there's anybody on the council who wants to make a motion to reduce the speed limit to
I'll make that
15.
motion.
I'll second it.
We got a first and a second. Call a roll, please.
Sorry. Ms. Barrow?
Yes.
Ms. Botiford?
Yes.
Mr. Chapel?
Yes.
Mr. Haney?
Yes.
Mayor Kelly?
Yes.
So
You
let me
did do that for me tomorrow?
Let me ask for some direction on that.
Okay.
Okay, so where are we posting the change at? Is it the entire road?
Everywhere there's a speed limit sign on Oak Shore Drive that says 25, drop it to 15.
So we're gonna change the 2?
There's only 2 signs, you said, right?
Yes.
Then that's it. Just unscrew the old plate, put new plate on there, and,
So we're going 10,
yeah, we're going to 15. Drop it 10.
drop it 10, okay.
Yeah, because you said there were 25s, right? A pair of 25s? Yeah, that's fine.
Awesome.
That's fine. Okay, Mr. Chapel, my brother, you got the floor.
Yes, first thing I got is, the last month's, yard sale out underneath the pavilion. We had, 42 people show up for, buying stuff. This month, we had 58 people show up. And, it looks like it's starting to build. I got a call today. A man wants to know if he can do, sell peanuts out there, boiled peanuts, and I told him, yeah, as far as I know you can. So, the next yard sale will be the second week, or second Saturday of the month on the 9th. We're gonna try doing them on the second Saturday of every month and see how it keeps on going. And if it, pans out, we'll keep it. If not, then we're done. And on the 29th of July, this month, we have, a town hall. And as far as I know, we're gonna use it at the town hall meeting.
Normal place down there, yeah.
And if that's the time that, if you got any gripes or got any suggestions, that's the time to come and bring them up and let us work on them. And then, the last thing I got is, on the 1st of September, we're having a pig roast out underneath the, pavilion. It'll be at 5 o'clock. It takes about 8 to 10 hours to cook a pig. So the mayor and I will be out there cooking a pig if you want to see how a pig gets cooked. It's a covered dish affair. You bring your own covered dish, and we have tables, picnic tables out there that will hold about 60 people. So if we have more than that, you need to bring a chair or something like that that you can sit in and eat. But that's all I got.
Mr. Haney, you got the floor.
Nothing.
Good? Ms. Barrow?
When are we gonna be having workshops to discuss the budget?
When we have a budget that's not finished yet, the bookkeeper just sent out letters this week to all the department heads. Is there a specific thing you want to talk about, or?
Well, no, I just thought that we would discuss it, would it be brought to us to
Yeah.
discuss and look it over and.
Well, you're going to
maybe-
get, I think, didn't she give you gentlemen a week to get your results back to her? Okay, they'll have the results back to Suzanne Monday, and then she'll prepare the budget based upon the requests of the department supervisors, and that'll give us a chance to have some time together to be able to look it over. I suspect what she'll want to do is give it to each council member and then have a workshop.
Well, I would like, I don't know how the council feels about it, but I know they're fixing their budget up, and it's what, okay, well, this is all we can get, but I would like a want list from each one of them, something that if they could, if there's things that they would like to have, that they could give us, that we could look at, just in case, you know, each department wanted something different than, or besides what's on the agenda, I mean, on the, budget, that they.
Well, the
give.
department heads are supposed to put in their budget what they want. I mean, I don't know, is there anything that you gentlemen want that you aren't gonna put in your budget?
Well, I mean, we have cut like last year, we took the items out of the budget because we didn't have the funds for it. So we didn't present it to the council with those items.
Cause you didn't have the money to pay for them. Right. And this year you have what now? Cause obviously I'm hearing something I haven't heard yet.
No, I mean, you were part of last year, so I mean, we had items in it that we had to remove because we had to pay for other things. And
Right.
one of the items was like the backhoe. People had said, why didn't we budget the backhoe? Well, we didn't have the budget to pay for the backhoe.
Right.
That's why we chose a different fund.
But the backhoe got delivered yesterday.
Right.
Right.
But there again, like I said, and I'm not speaking for all department heads, but I mean, there might be some items that we would like to have, but we know what the finances will be, and we probably won't ask for those items. If the
Well, there's no
finances-
reason why you can't bring it to the council and ask, because I know that there was stuff went on about the police department, said, well, we didn't give them this, we didn't give them that, well, we were never asked. So I'm asking that if, you know, if the other grounds, I'm asking to get something, if there's things you would like to have, we may find the money to get it.
That's fine.
I mean,
It's not that big of a
Don't
list
feel
of things.
scared to ask for it, don't hurt to ask, you might not get it, but you can ask.
The
But, I mean,
the fire
I'd like to
department
know,
have
you know.
given me a document for replacement for engine 8. We're waiting to do the pump test on it. The replacement engine is $1,442,000.
You know, put that down, I mean, at least. we
Oh,
can
no,
look at-
he's submitted it.
Can we
need
budget
to
it for a
look at
pony?
all-
That's what we're gonna end up having now. A new replacement to meet the growth of the city of Parker is $1,442,000. So, anyway, Kate,
And I
you got-
would like to, make sure that we discuss the sign that I was asking about and get an amount and see where that's at.
the fine?
The sign.
Oh, the sign.
That I asked about,
Yeah, that we'll
2
put in the
weeks ago.
budget. That we'll put in the budget for
Well,
sure.
I'd like to see what you got and just see what you got. Maybe we wanna change it or something, but I'm just saying that I would like to look at it. And, Mr. Attorney, this is a question for you. If anyone files a complaint against the city of Parker, the city or the council members or employees, does the state attorney's office let you know when that happens? Are you aware
Well,
of
the
it?
state attorney would only deal with criminal complaints. And, no, I don't think I would necessarily hear about any criminal complaints that are not pursued, by the state's attorney's office. They have a process where the complaint's filed and then they review that complaint and determine whether or not to file a charge against the person or
Okay,
the
so
entity or
they
whatever.
get all these in there and they put them in there even though if they're not criminal, but they have a stack. So how do we know who has filed any complaints against the city?
Well, I could request them, whether or not they'd produce them with a voluntary request, I don't know, but certainly we could make a public records request.
Well, I would like to, of ones that have been placed against the city and employees and stuff over the last 2 or 3 years from certain people, or probably just certain person, but, I would like to know,
Actually, I'd like to know too.
and I'd like to see them, I'd like to see the documents in their entirety.
I will make a request, man.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead, Kate. Yeah. Madam Clerk, got anything? Mr. Sloan?
No, sir.
Neither do I. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you coming by.